Okay, so next round of Superbru predictions. So we start off with Thursday's game, which is a Pool A clash between France and Uruguay. I think France, they've made 12 changes, but you're just going to have too much quality over Uruguay, and I'm tipping them to win that one. Uruguay maybe to get a try or two, but not really to threaten them in terms of the win. Then another Pool A game after that. So we have New Zealand versus Namibia on Friday. So, New Zealand, they're going to be smarting after that defeat to France. They are going to make changes. A lot of them will be planned because, New Zealand tend to change most of their starting lineup when they play the minnows in the pool. Not every team does that, or not every team can do that. Thanks, phone, for interrupting. But I feel like New Zealand will do that. But this will be also a case of players are going to be putting their hands up to replace players who didn't perform against France. So because of that, I see like a fairly comfortable victory for New Zealand. Namibia, they're going to try, but just not going to be there, I think, in the end. Next, then we have another, so into the Saturday game. So Pool D clash, this time Samoa versus Chile. So Chile, they lost, that opening game against Japan. Samoa, this is their first game. They've looked pretty decent in the warm-ups, and I think because of that, they're going to have a little bit too much for Chile, but it's going to be a bit of an arm wrestle, I think, because similar to the Japan game, both these teams they love to run the ball, and they love to keep the game going as well. So it's not going to be very stop-start. Both teams are going to look to go quickly when they can, and both teams are going to try to spread the ball. Samoa will be a little more direct in the running probably than Chile, and I think Samoa are just going to have too much, so predicting them to win. Then next one is a Pool C clash, so it's Wales versus Portugal. So Portugal, first game in this Rugby World Cup, taking on Wales, who now have their tails up. Wales, I haven't seen the team. I don't know where it's out yet, but I imagine that they're going to make a lot of changes for this one. And, the likes of probably Rio Dyer will get a start, and a few others as well. And I probably Costello at 10 maybe. And I would expect Wales to win this one comfortably. Portugal, it'd be kind of the usual script, I would say. Portugal make it a little bit awkward for them at the start. Wales find a rhythm and come through in the second half and put up a fairly big score and get a bonus point. Next, then we have Ireland versus Tonga. So, Ireland is going to be interesting what team we picked, because we went, not quite full team, like, but very close to a full starting 23 against Romania to start. Now we're playing Tonga, and after that, then we've got, who is it? I keep forgetting which one we play, whether it's Scotland or South Africa first. Let me check here. So South Africa, right? And then our last pool game was going to be against Scotland, which could be basically a shootout for who wins goes through if we lose against South Africa. So yes, it's going to be interesting to see what we do in terms of selection for this game, because it could end up being that we play the first team in every single game, which, I have to say, if you want to go deeper in the competition, you need to be using your wider squad. So hopefully we see some of the wider squad in this. And, depending on what we do, it means we could struggle a little bit against Tonga. I still think it's going to be a bonus point win, but we're going to have to work a lot harder than we did for it against Romania. So prediction for this one is an Ireland win. Then the other Pool B clash is South Africa versus Romania. So Romania shipped that massive score against Ireland. It's not going to get any easier for them against South Africa either, because we saw South Africa bringing the power game and the control game against Scotland, but we've seen them before as well. Like they have the skills to move the ball and to spread it out and to put up a big score as well. So expect South Africa to win that one fairly comfortably. Then back into Pool C, so Australia versus Fiji. So Australia with their tails up. Fiji, they lost against Wales. Now for Fiji, it's like do or die. If they lose against Australia, there's no chance that they're making losing 2 games. There's no chance you're making the knockout stages. So they've got to go for it. But now I'm wondering, am I going to be in a position where I back Fiji and they lose, and then I back against them and they win? But I'm going to back against them this one. I'm going to say Australia, are going to have, again, just that little bit too much. And I think probably in terms of the tier 1 nations, Australia are one of the teams that, like, the way that the likes of Fiji and the island teams play actually suit them a bit better, because Australia love that kind of, love unstructured play and just quick transition from defense into attack. So I think Australia are going to thrive on that, and might be a bit hairy for them for a while, but I think they're going to win. And then the bottom one then, or the last one, is Pool D. So it's England versus Japan. Japan are my second team, and I feel really bad backing against them. But I think, England, they will have taken confidence from that victory against Argentina. I think Argentina, on paper at least, were the toughest game in the pool for them as well. So with that, they would probably see a bit more of England's attack in this, and it getting a little bit better. And the way Japan are at the moment as well, it probably will suit England to play a little bit more expansive. So expect to see that. Expect to see some of the backs getting in there, and them actually getting a try or two in this one. But I think it's going to be close. But I have to back England for this, even though my heart is saying, what are you talking about? It has to be Japan. But yeah, I'm backing England for that. So those are my predictions. I will leave a link in the bottom as well. Please join up in the pool so we can just have a bit of fun together, and you can make your own predictions, and you can see how much better at this that you are than I am.